As we move closer to Madden 20, a lot of you guys don't understand the importance of John Madden Coach. And I'm going to explain that to you because we've had so many new subscribers coming to the channel. You guys are finding a lot of the things that I do informative, and I appreciate that. As long as you guys are getting the humor out of the gameplays and also understanding that I'm going to give you insight into certain things about the game to make you self-sustainable. So you don't need anybody else. Like, after I'm done with showing you guys what I do, you realistically don't need to watch me anymore because I give you everything. But if you choose to, I welcome you to also stay and ride with me, bro, and be part of the family. So what we're going to be doing right now is I'm going to be showing you an additional slot in the John Madden Coach. And I've been getting a lot of questions about, Gmias, why is it that, John Madden Coach is needed in your gameplay? Like, why do you need him on your team? What does he do? Why is it so important to continue to go after him in Madden 20? I'm going to show you some stuff right now. So pretty much what's happening is this, right? EA Sports, they made the final tiers of his actual card to get additional slots. You just have to keep getting trophies and redoing the set, right? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to go over to that actual set that you would be using, and we are going to open up an additional slot for John Madden Coach. So here we go right here. We're going to go over to this. We need 8 more. We just got 20, so we have to do this 2 more times after this because this is for the final slot in his card. And I'm just going to give you an idea of what he does to the cards and why, like I said, from Madden 20 start, we're going to see what, all the things that we need to do to make sure that we're prepared for it. You see what I'm saying? Because we have to make sure that we have everything that's necessary to make sure that we're on the right path to getting John Madden. Now, if they do it the same way that they've done it this year, it's going to kind of make it a little bit more enticing. Because what's going to happen is this. You're going to have to make sure with all the lesser amount of abilities, like everybody won't be able to go ape on your team anymore. Like you won't be able to just go out there and do whatever you want. All of those things that we used to do, like having everybody have different abilities, it's going to be very, very limited in Madden 20. So what's happening is you're going to need something to give you an overall push to your team. And that's going to start with him. Now, I'm assuming that they're going to keep him, in the game. Because it doesn't make any sense to take him away because everybody has already been used to it. Everybody's been going after him. It's something that I think that they might have a different type of, avenue for. But it's very, very clear that he's going to be something that a lot of us are going to need to make our teams a lot better. So, for instance, let's go over here. And a lot of you guys will ask, like, Gmias, how is your Vernon Davis a 99? How are your other players that I also have? Why are my players not those same overalls? And the thing about it is, John Madden Coach, he adds every single thing to the entire team. So it doesn't matter if it's an offensive player or a defensive player. John Madden Coach adds everything. So when you look forward to Madden 20, this is what we're going to be discussing. I'm going to be telling you, like, listen, this is what we have to do. Like, I know you guys are like, yo, bro, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that. No, from the jump, I'm going to say, yo, bro, we going this way. This is what we doing. All right? If you want to ride and get it done, that's your choice. If you want to, you want to be like, nah, I don't want to. Okay, that's fine also. But listen, I'm going to show you guys what's going on. We're going to add this into, to open up the additional slot for John Madden Coach, right? So what does that do? That gives us additional things that we can add. So look. These are the things that he actually has right now. He has Madden, let me just open it up. He has Madden passing, Madden rushing, Madden pass defense, Madden rush defense. Now, for me, I haven't even started rush defense because it's something that I think I can wait on. Because to add tackle and block shed right now, it doesn't really matter based on the way my team is formulated. Obviously after we get the last 2, we're going to have those 2 plus the last 3, hit power, play recognition, and pursuit. That might, really turn the whole team up. But for the most part, a lot of our teams, we're already getting the 99s for very, very cheap. So it's not that big of a deal. So you don't really need to worry about rush defense, but we can add power moves. We can add man coverage and press. Now, when you talk about the pass defense, right, you see like how we're going to do this because right now we're only tier 1. For Madden rushing, we have tiers 1 through 2. For Madden passing, we have tiers 1 through 2. All right. So for Madden pass D, we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up tier 2. No, I don't want to replace it. Bro, did I just replace that? All right. So I just spent 2,000 trading points for no reason. Oh, do I have both? Oh, it's saying both of them are active? How are both of them active though? I don't know what just happened because I still, hold up, pass D, oh, because I replaced, bro, I just replaced passing. All right, so look, I just did something mad wild, but I should still have it to add it to that. I should still own it, right? Oh, bro, it goes in the other slot. All right, because I wasn't even paying attention. All right, so look, I just wasted 2,000 training points for you guys. Don't ever do that. All right, I thought I was on the right slot, but I wasn't. All right, so look, once you get all this stuff, this is what happens. These are the things that he adds to your team, okay? When you have the tier 1 through the tier 2, I wanted to have it so that it would be all sequential, and that's probably how you guys should do it, so you don't do what I just did. Or just, you know what I'm saying, bro? Like, I just don't want you guys wasting training points. For me, it's not really that big of a deal. I'll go and quick sell something that's just an idiot in my lineup and just get rid of it. But when you do this, it's probably better to go sequential, because the way I started it, the reason that I went right to physical, like you see like how I went past D, then I went physical, it was because I wanted the +1 speed faster. And the physical chem gave us that +1 speed. Now with Madden 20, there's no guarantee that they're going to be adding things to it. So with that being the case, we're going to have to work accordingly. So right now, this is what he does to the entire team. All right? Pass block, footwork, all that stuff, spec catch, everything to the entire team, right? So when you look at it, it can make your defensive players and your offensive players OP because they're all getting it. The pass defense. Now that we've activated tiers 1 through 2, now everybody gets all of that, all right? Physical, everybody gets speed, jump, strength, agility, acceleration. Everybody gets carry, stiff arm, impact block, all this stuff, right? So now all we're waiting for is going to be the rush defense. So when you look at the rush defense like I just showed you, those are the 2 tiers. So your entire team is going to be able to get those things. As we look forward, right, again, to Madden 20, because they're taking away the fact that, first of all, there's no red chems. So they've actually listened to us, for the most part, because I've been raging about red chems and how they disgust me for the entire year, right? After we see that they gave us refunds, a lot of things were broken. When you look now, right, everybody pretty much is like, you know, chemmed up crazy, whatever, and they're looking like this is the only guy I'm waiting for. I'm only waiting for Alan Page. That's it, right? So when you look at Alan Page, he's a 96 right now, but look at what happened to his card. You see what I'm saying? Like, you see how his finesse moves and all that stuff is all the way up. Everything is like that. These are things that John Madden Coach adds, all right? They add different aspects to your overall card. So if your players don't have specific attributes, he's going to add all that stuff to it. The +1 strength, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, random things. Like, why does he have catching? Like, you know, like this guy was not one of those D tackles that actually tried to catch the ball and stuff like that. He was just a savage. He appeared as if he was undersized, but he was very tall and like slim with the way that he did stuff. If you look him up, right? So it doesn't really matter about that. He still gets the pass block. He still gets run block. One of the key things that I want to point out to you guys is impact blocking defensively is very, very huge. So because we think about impact blocking always on the O-line, we don't really look at it for defensive players. But the better their impact blocking is, the better chance they have to get off of the block. So you got to understand that as well. And John Madden Coach adding that to the O-line and also adding it to the defense, it makes everything that much better. But when you look at the fact he has a 99 finesse moves, you see what I'm saying? All this stuff that he's adding, the man, the zone, well, that comes from also legend pass D, spectacular catch in traffic. You see all these blue chemmed up stuff? You're getting most of this stuff from John Madden Coach. So that's the importance of it. You see what I'm saying? So when we start to move forward, like, why does he need break sack? Why is that chem? Like, nobody knows. When you start to move forward and you start to try to understand, all right, once they release all the information about Madden 20, you have to know, if you're riding with GmiasWorld, we're gonna go after Coach Madden. If they have something else that replaces Coach Madden, that adds everything to your entire team, we're going after that thing. That's the way we have to move, because once we all have it, when you watch the video, you'll be able to see why my players are chemmed up. You'll be able to understand it. You won't have to ask about it like, yo, why is that guy like that? Why is that guy like that? Which is what a lot of people are doing now. Yo, how are you getting your players chemmed up like that? What's going on? John Madden Coach is what it's all about. So now look, for instance, right? Josh Allen. Dude is a goonie, right? Dude is a goonie. This guy right here, straight goonie. Montez Sweat, just straight savage. You know, Brian Burns. These dudes are savage beasts in the game right now, right? But they're that much better with what I've chemmed them up with. Now, keep in mind, if I wanted them to be higher, I wouldn't have lockdown on them. The only reason that lockdown chem is actually on them, like you see that, you'll see the LD on them, right? I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so you guys can see it. The only reason that they have the LD for the lockdown is because most of my regular players have lockdown. So I don't want it to be a situation where they're not getting any chems. The interesting thing about these players, though, they are like, bro, I have no, like, they're freakish athletes. You know, they're a different archetype. Like, these guys are savages because they're big and they rush and they can also catch, because most of these guys can get tip drill and stuff like that. So it's players like this that John Madden coach brings the best out of, because the gold 99s, you can add whatever you want to add to them. It is what it is. It doesn't really matter as much. You see what I'm saying? So when we go to a player like Josh Allen and you look at it like, all right, the dude has lockdown, but he's a lineman. Let's take a look at some of the other things that he's doing due to John Madden coach, because remember, he has lockdown. So his finesse moves are chemmed, power moves is chemmed, his strength is up. You see what I'm saying? His play rec, acceleration, obviously his speed. And then you go over and you start to understand, like, wait a minute, how does this guy have all this stuff right here? Like catching at 71 and is a D lineman? You see what I'm saying? So anything that's tipped or in the air, he's taking that back to the house. I actually have some gameplay coming soon with this guy. If the ball is tipped anywhere near him, it's going back to the crib. He's cribbing it. Okay, so when you can do something like this to like a regular player, increase their jumping, all these other things that go into it, an 86 impact block, through chems, power moves, all these things, it makes your players play that much better. He's a lineman with the 83 man coverage and an 84 zone. That's ridiculous, and it doesn't make any sense. But guess what? If for any reason, like you're cross-manning dudes and you got this dude on the D-line and you want to man up like the running back or something, he's going to play better than a guy that has no man coverage and stuff like that. Like if we look over here to Jason Taylor was never expected to do man coverage. He had a little bit of zone with the 70s, but at that time, it was about getting to the quarterback. And it was a little bit more of a violent game back then. So, you know, it was more in, you know, everybody just wanted to get that quarterback. Now, you can't even touch the quarterback in the NFL. So this guy is better suited for our new era of, you know, of the National Football League. So these are just some of the things that I want you guys to take a look at. You know, most of you guys have probably already gotten that extra slot that I have. I have to go and continue to play to get the last two. And then I showed you guys what I'm going to do as far as the rush defense. And then that's going to enhance everything else that I'm doing. So those are the key points that makes it useful, and why going into Madden 20, all of us that watched it, bro, all of us that's a part of it, you watch, you're part of GmiasWorld, we're all going up to John Madden coach or whatever they give us that adds attributes to the entire team. Keep in mind as a pointer, if you get a regular teams coach, like any of the 32 NFL teams, that coach obviously only adds perks to players from that team, which is why John Madden is unique. Hopefully I've answered all your questions. If there's anything else you need to know, leave it in the comments. I'm pretty sure the community will take care of it. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. Enjoy your day. One love.